Hey, how's it going? Once again, it's Jerome Shaw here with Ellie Tom.
Ellie Tom Elamine.
Yes, yes. And we're just, learning so much here. I'm learning so much, but there's so
Likewise.
much, there's so much wisdom in just different teachings that are reaching, and then also how you can find connections and correlations in different writings. I remember when I had asked you one time, what should I get when it came to the Tao Te Ching, when it came to the Hermetica or the Kabbalion or the Kabbalah. And I remember when you told me, if you've read one, you've read them all.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's like they were all kind of saying the same message if you knew what to look for.
Absolutely. Just like a puzzle.
Right.
Just like a puzzle. And that don't mean if you read one, you read them all, just read the one and you don't need to read all.
Right.
Have fun. Put the puzzle together. And then you'll see that correlation. And then that's how you know you're at least on something.
Yes.
A good trail. But if something is way over here and the other thing is way over here, they never meet, you'll just be talking. But they should lock up.
Okay.
Oh, man, this is good.
So put the pieces of the puzzle together, find where the dots connect.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then you have your at least an international message.
Okay.
It just won't be in the corner somewhere.
Right.
It should lock up.
Right.
Because it's just like math. Math is the same here in the West, just like it is in the East, and it's a language. First, they got to speak your other language. But once they understand the math, looking at the patterns of nature, they're still the same.
Right. So being able to see it, you can see the similarities. Then it makes sense, the language.
And then you'll be able to operate all over the planet.
Right.
Because there's a universal law.
Right.
Oh, this is good.
I love this. Unity consciousness. So in this writing right here by Stephen Mitchell, I love this translation of the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. On chapter 32 of the Tao Te Ching, there's a verse in here that says, knowing when to stop, you can avoid any danger. Now, I really like this because, one time I remember I watched this movie, Denzel Washington.
Right.
And he was in this movie called American Gangster. And, he was in the drug trade. He was doing, illegal business.
Right.
But I remember when he went all the way out to a whole nother country where they had like opium and they had all these things. He was trying to get the purest of the pure to bring back to New York, to bring back. And, he was really facing danger at one time. And one of his business partners was telling him while he was like, really stretching out, like he was really on the edge, living life on the edge.
Right.
At any point in time, things could go left. The man told him, he said, Frank, quitting while you're ahead isn't really quitting.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
He could see.
He was like, look ahead. Like, it's okay to stop. Like knowing when to stop, like Lao Tzu says, you can avoid any danger.
Oh man, that's so important.
When you know when to stop. Yeah.
That's so important.
Yeah.
Because we're in this age too where there's that other message, don't give up, no matter what, no pain, no gain.
Push through.
Push the road. And it has its value, but not on everything. So you got to be wise.
Right.
Like that song goes by, I can't remember the singer, but it says you gotta know when to hold them,
know when to fold them,
know when to walk away, know when to run.
Yeah,
the gambler.
Yeah, and that makes sense because at casinos people lose. I mean, they might win a whole bunch and then lose it all.
Exactly,
because they didn't know when to stop.
Didn't know when to stop. This is an important lesson, or knowing when to give up, and that's where you at least got cognitive thinking skills, because even in spirituality we make it seem like too, well, if you got the spirit with you, no matter what, don't give up. It has its value, but spirit will also let you know, okay, this is going too hard,
right?
Because it shouldn't go too hard if it's laying out for you,
right.
So you got to know how to read that because it got something else for you to go this route, and that's why on a lot of my stuff, and on the dense physical, you got, you make a plan from A to B. But there's a lot of things where, as I'm going on my journey, And I seen how things was going hard, and I went this way.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting there.
Yeah.
But it was out a way that I ain't even had planned.
Exactly.
That's where you rolling with spirit.
Okay.
Oh man, it was easier. I wouldn't have never thought of it.
Right.
But I had to let go and look at how the universe is laying out for me. But if you feel too much static, it's telling you to go the other way.
Okay. So you surrendered. You allowed it to go
Right.
the way that was effortless. That goes back to Wu Wei.
Yeah.
So this circles back to Wu Wei, making things effortless, avoiding the stressful, avoiding something that, is basically telling you you're hitting your head against the wall.
You're hitting your head against the wall. Exactly.
Yeah. Because it's like, when you're trying to force, it's not really a force journey. It's a flow journey.
Yes, it is.
When things should be flowing, things should be growing, and you understand where things are going.
Exactly.
So that reminds me, the other day you were doing this puzzle.
Oh man!
And this puzzle.
Where's that beast at?
Yeah.
This is.
So just to show you, this is the puzzle that he was attempting. Now, I mean, this is crazy. If you look at this, right? This is pretty advanced.
That's an advanced puzzle.
This is advanced, for the puzzle practitioners out there.
Right.
You would know that this would take a bit of time. So you were attempting this, and you were going at it. You had all the edges, all the corners lined up.
Oh man!
You had, I don't know how long it took you to get that.
And I had help too.
Okay.
So I got to get a brother help.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then at a certain point,
man,
you looked ahead and you realized, hey,
this ain't gonna happen. Not right now. You need a lot more time. So even though I'm gonna be here a little over a week, that's not enough time to conquer that. So it would have took too much energy, too much time, and I could be doing other things because that was a
right. So you looked ahead. You realized, okay, I can allocate a lot more mental resources, a lot more focus, concentration. I can devote more energy. Instead of doing this puzzle, which is going to be a beast.
Right. I can take energy, and I can put my energy in something else now.
Exactly.
We'll be back to that one day, but not now.
Right. Now's not the time.
Now's not the time.
Yeah. So,
and see, that's where ego could get in people's way, because when I first picked it up, I'm going to do it.
Right.
And people heard you say it.
Right.
So some people feel, oh man, the people, see, that's when you're living for the people too.
Okay.
You don't want ego to be put down because you're supposed to do it, be the one. But no matter what position or how much stuff you pulled off, there's some things that's not for you right now. Nobody gets away.
Right.
Oh man, you got nowhere to give up. It ain't about other people saying, I thought you said you was going to finish it. That's what people scared of.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of person, hey, if I made it this far and couldn't make it no further, I'm happy on what I did. Some people got that mentality, but I met some people who don't.
Okay.
That's wild.
So that's different, yeah.
And they'll act like they just lost everything.
Right.
And it hurts other people because they start blaming other people on why they couldn't finish.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with other people.
So it's like that feeling of failure, that feeling like, oh, I messed up, I'm off my path, I did this,
Especially on the solar breathtaking journey, that's the wrong attitude to have.
Right.
You should be happy on where you came. That's why I tell people don't beat up on themselves, but some people do not have that mentality.
Right.
I'm supposed to do it all the way here.
Yeah.
They cry and then they start blaming other people, the knowledge. Oh man, it's terrible, to have that type of mentality. See, there's a thing called sunk cost fallacy. Sunk cost fallacy.
Yes.
Because there's a thing where the captain goes down with the ship.
Okay.
All right? So sunk cost fallacy is something that a person starts a project in life. It could be a marriage.
Yeah.
It could be a business. You get my drift. They started it, so you're putting in an investment.
Yes.
You're putting in, and you want to win.
Yes.
However, you're putting in all this investment, all of this other stuff, and just like in business or a relationship, they usually say if you can make it past a certain amount of years, you can have hope that it'll be as successful, at least at that moment.
Right.
Right?
But
this person goes to that length, and it really didn't take off like they thought it should. But instead of not to show face, they keep on investing in it, no matter what, even though they're losing a lot.
Yeah.
And then it starts showing his face even more, that it's really not going to take off. Like we said, it could be a business, relationship, anything else. But not to show face, they keep on investing in it.
Yeah.
Where they could have just gave it up and got into something else. They learned a lot,
Right.
instead of chalking it up.
Right.
But they'll keep on going into it, and sometimes that could bring you down.
Yeah.
And you could have been successful another route.
Yeah, yeah. So the ego didn't want to give up.
Yeah.
It didn't want to let go. It didn't want to surrender.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't want to accept defeat.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the universe has something else for you, but you'll never see it because you were sinking, going down with the ship.
Right.
You didn't get in a rowboat. You could have been saved, but you was like, I'm the captain. I have to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody's off board already. Come on. Mm-hmm. Nope, I have to go down.
Yeah. And I'm sure you've seen that on the path where so many people might make a bold statement or say something like, oh, I'm going to fast for this long or this amount of days and I'm not going to do anything. And then, they don't quit while they're ahead and they end up running into that wall.
All the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's countless.
Yeah.
And it ain't every, all. Mm-hmm. Some got that mentality to say, well, thank you, or let me regroup. Mm-hmm. That's what a scientist does. Mm-hmm. Let me regroup. This experiment didn't go off.
Right.
There's many, many failures on people who's successful.
Right.
Many, but it's not really a failure.
Right.
Let me reroute this and see which way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't got that mentality,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll say, I got to do this, but there really is such a big ego. I don't want to be laughed at by other people because I said that statement.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead.
That's why I tell people, even on the solar breath and knowledge, don't tell other people. Just don't tell other people.
Yeah.
And I got a friend, he's a multi-millionaire, but that means a lot on what he's doing because he wanted to be that. Mm-hmm. But one day we were sitting there, he said, I got this idea. He said, but I cannot tell you. And he won't even tell his wife.
Wow.
Because he understands how this is. Mm-hmm. Because people start calling you on it and this and that. But let me work with this idea first and see where it goes. But that's a maturity. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it ain't about everybody else. So they're supposed to see what you see.
No, this is your journey.
This is your journey.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So that's good to understand, like when it comes to that word failure, we have so many things that we think about that word fail. And one of my friends said that fail is just an acronym for first attempt in learning.
Exactly.
First attempt in learning. So
beautiful.
It's not like the end. You know, it's not like everything is for naught. It's not like you said, that sunk cost fallacy. You put in all this time, energy, resources, and everything devoted to this. Mm-hmm. It's not like all of that was wasted. Right. It's like, put the ego down, regroup, recoup, and dust yourself off.
And this is a big one that people need to learn. I've seen it on diet changes. Mm-hmm. Okay, you got on this diet that really helped you. Yeah. So you want to share it with everybody else. So you become this diet guru of that diet. Right. However, your body over a period of time, it helped you. It did help you. Mm-hmm. But now your body's talking to you again. That's why we teach the steps, so really listen to your body. Mm-hmm. Your body's talking to you. You need to make some more changes. This might not be the doctrine. Right. But instead of a person wanting to show face, I'd have told all these people that this is it.
Now
you don't want to let go.
You're locked in. Yeah.
It happens in many levels.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or you have a doctrine of a belief system. Mm-hmm. There's holes in it. You just found it, but instead of confronting it, seeing what it is, I put too much effort in this already. Right. And a person don't want to let it go. They're going down with the ship. Right. Because there's a good esoteric saying that says, your belief system and your habits will leave here once you are destroyed. That's powerful.
Your belief system and your habits will leave here once you are destroyed.
Right.
Okay.
Because the universe ain't got you blind. It is talking to you to say, okay, this might not be it. There's another tweak, but a person don't want to let it go because I put too much in it. Right. That's your own personal thing. See, our main goal is to break up blockages. Right. That's your job, actually, to break up blockages and keep the flow. Mm-hmm. But the hard part is recognizing it's a blockage or not. Mm-hmm. Nobody gets away. Yes. Oh, yes. Man. And it hurts at first, some things. Yeah. Because you put so much into it, and it helped you before, but it's not valuable now. Okay. You grew. Yes. Oh, man. So that's the lesson. Oh, man. It's like know when to hold them. You playing cards. Right. Know when to fold them, I lost this one. It's like, you could bluff your way through, Right.
But you don't have to.
You don't have to.
You can fold. You can wait for the next hand.
Right. This is something, ain't it?
You know.
Even my journey, because I'm walking through Africa. All right, I called it. I'm gonna go up here. But I had to tell a person one time, no matter where I quit, you know, if things go a certain way,
Yeah.
I'm proud of what I just did.
Exactly.
And I met people who ain't got that mentality. No matter what, we got it. But I'm proud of what we did already.
Yes.
It's been a journey.
We've come a long way.
We came a long way.
Yes.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Blessings, blessings. So that's the message. You know, I trust that you received that.
Oh, man.
And, you know, that you perceive that.
You picked the right one for it. The Lao Tzu, all of this goes together. They got great things in the art of war. They got it not only for, you know, combat, but they got it for business. They got it for relationships.
Right.
Because these principles, humanity made principles. Yeah, we made them because why? If I don't want to be hurt by somebody, well, let me don't do it to you. So that's what starts the principle.
Yeah, do unto others.
Yeah, this is what will work because we don't want this to happen because we're social creatures.
Right.
We work together. That's how it is.
Right. Right. So this is a timeless message, you know. So take that word one more time. I'm gonna just say it. It was knowing when to stop. You can avoid any danger.
Knowing when to stop, you can avoid any danger.
Yeah.
And the way you know it is on a unity frequency. We always say it, but do you believe it? Everybody is you. So if you're going into something and there's other players, don't blame it on the players. But if there's this static taking place, that's the universe, sort of like a mouse going through a maze, and he hit this wall, but he knows to go this way.
Right.
So sometimes something negative could come up. It ain't got nothing to do with that person.
Right.
It's like this invisible wall saying, not here.
But
a lot of people say, oh, what's wrong with that person? I'll show them. But they're just telling you to go that way.
Right. Like you said, the left hand of God.
Yeah.
You said that there's...
Or the right hand of God. Because you said the good key earlier, well, things will go left. That means things didn't go right. Didn't go right. See? We want things to go right.
Right.
The right hand of God.
Okay, the right hand. Okay, because you did say...
It'll lead you. Got to pay attention to it.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Also, well,
this is it.
Blessings.
We are the universe.
Yes. Yes.
You ain't trying to hurt yourself.
Right. Come on now. Come on now.
Oh, man, this is good. Thank you once again.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
La, 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 la.
And see you soon. Take
Peace.
care.